Hey guys, it's Ariel. I'm just here again with another video for you. I love this energy that I am feeling whenever you see this is when you are meant to. There is a kindness, there is an easygoing flow, there is this walking away from a tyrannic energy of just having to make yourself known to the people around you, needing to make a scene, or always being in some type of a ruckus, hanging around people that might have been making scenes, having to be in the spotlight but in a negative way, not in a way that brings holy, pure, loving attention to you, like gracious respect, honorable respect, but this is more of a brattiness that was gaining negative traction that we are walking away from. And don't force it to fit. This is very specific. There is a self-assuring energy of, I know who I am. I don't need validation from anybody outside of me to tell me who I am, what I'm doing, what I shouldn't be doing, what I should be wearing, how I should be talking, what I shouldn't be up to, blah, blah, blah. You don't have a responsibility for someone outside of you, it feels like. If you do have kids, you are very good at creating space for yourself to be with you, to still give yourself the attention that you did back in the day before you had kids. But if you don't have kids, and if you are not in a relationship and you are a single person who is only responsible for your own self, this is so liberating. This is where I am at. I am a 28-year-old grown-ass dragon loving, fairy, exciting, adventurous, pirate, mermaid type, princess, queen ass bitch. And even if my path has not made sense to other people outside of me that were looking into my reality, even though it was none of their business, unless I was being destructive to myself, then I'm glad people stepped in. But if I was just experimenting with things in myself and I wasn't hurting myself or anybody, nobody had room to speak, especially when those same people that had stuff to say about my path were doing what I had done, plus worse. Okay, let me just put it that way. It is just liberating to actually be at the point where I am an adult making my own choices. I am independent. I am paying for my own bills. I do not receive help outside of myself. I receive help when it is due. When God gives me help from people, I accept it in. I am grateful for it. For the most part, I am self-sufficient, and that is always what I've always wanted. The moments that I was being the most, I would say, low vibrational on this planet, I had the biggest awakenings. The moments that I was the most fearful, and this was usually in a spiritual sense. It was never that I was in physical danger. There might have been a couple times I was, now looking back. I have a crazy journey, you guys, and I plan on telling that whole journey later down the line on a podcast platform. I don't want to do it on YouTube. I feel like I'm going to be in a different setting. I feel like I'm going to have an office where I can be comfortable and tell these stories in a way that makes everybody involved feel comfortable, because I'm going to actually ask people to come onto the podcast that were a part of these memories if they want to show up and tell the truth. If not, I'm just going to say how it went down without their presence and leave them nameless, as I should, because that is what I'm being guided to do if they do not accept the offer. And the reason why I'm bringing this up and talking about this is because not even a year ago, I was living out of my car and I was going through very, 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 very intense spiritual initiations that made no sense to me at that time. And I felt like I was slipping. I felt like I was going through some type of psychotic break. It was just bad, okay? And like I said, I will say all of this in detail later down the line, but for now, I'll just summarize. But if you fast forward a year from that moment, it was last July, okay? It was last 4th of July, so I'm coming up to about a year. I'm coming up to a year, okay, of when this crazy thing happened to me. And I am in such a different place. I have my own room in an apartment. I have my own car. I pay my insurance. I pay for all of my own stuff, my own phone. This shit, 1 year. And The shift that brought me from living out of my car and then eventually living out of my ex's van together, the shift that took place that moved me from poverty, because I was spending all my money on hotels, gas, food, alcohol, weed, whatever, whatever I wanted to do, I was doing it. I was manifesting things. But that's the key. I was manifesting hotel rooms and partying and getting lit and raging and screamo music. I was living a life. I was having a great time. It's not like I was having a shit time. I was having the best time, and I don't regret any of it. But the moment that I said and spoke and chose, I want a family one day, what the fuck am I doing? It all changed. And now I have stories to tell, but now I have structure. It's the best of both worlds. I told myself this. I said, Ariel, I know that I've always had a fear of having kids. I didn't want to have kids because, well, let me backtrack. When I was a kid, I was like, I want 2 kids. I want 1 boy, 1 girl. Then I changed it for a while. I was like, I want 1 kid and I want it to be a boy. And I want to spoil that boy. Then when I got older and I realized how fucked up I was and damaged, I was like, wait, I don't want kids. I don't want to do this to them. I don't want them to experience this life. This shit sucks. Because I was depressed. And I hated everything. And I hated myself for my actions that I was choosing actively, continuously, cycles that I broke out of. Now I'm like, I love my kids because I can feel them existing even though they're not here yet. And I have more than one. And I have pet children too. And I am now in the energy of being a mother. Even though I'm not yet and I don't want to do it anytime soon. I don't even have a boo. I can feel my maternal instincts. So the reason why I'm with the why, you wanna get it, yeah, don't stop. Okay, wait. I feel so untouched right now, need you so much, but I just can't resist you. It's not enough to say that I miss you. I had to do that. It was coming through. I had to. That was for somebody. That's such a good song. I listen to it all the time. See you, breathe you, I want to breathe you. Ah, la la la, ah, la la la. It's such a good song. I can't. Ah! Okay, something's coming. Something is on its way. I can feel it. I'm telling stories. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting sentimental. I'm saying goodbye to this, you guys. Because it's like I'm already in the new life. Anyway, I made a shift in my perception. And then boom, my reality shifted with it. And now I'm in my own place. The other thing that shifted along with my living situation were the types of people that I began to see manifest. I walked away from just a lot of destructive thought patterns towards myself. A lot of my actions that I had around 20, 21, 22, and 23 were very out of a self-hate that I was growing. I was growing my self-hatred because I was continuously disappointing myself. Instead of getting out of it and getting fixed up and getting structured and getting on my feet financially, I was like, I'm in this. And I just spiraled. And yes, it was terrible. I would never suggest anybody to do it ever. I would not condone it. But for my path, I needed to do it because now I know what I know about the light and dark. So it was meant for me. I just really wanted to share with you guys how fast things can change, because if you think about it, a year is not that much time at all. And I got my car last May, so I was living out of that, and then I started living out of my ex's van in November. We were living in his van together, and then I moved back in with my mom this March or April. This April I moved back with my mom and I was back indoors. I was no longer living in cars in this April of 2025, and now in June of 2025 we just got a brand new apartment and I have my own room. So you see how fast things can shift just on our belief systems about ourselves, about our finances, about what we can manifest. I was like, no, I can do it. No, I can make rent. There's no way I won't. And I didn't even let the timeline exist where I'm late on any of my bills. So I'm not. I'm really excited to see what manifests next because our apartment, but my room was what I was really focused on manifesting starting in about February. When I started my YouTube account, I was like, okay, I can feel like soon I'm going to be in an apartment. I was still with my ex in February. I needed to walk away from my ex. We were pulled apart from the universe, literally. We were forced apart because we were that just into each other. We were that on each other. We were that glued to each other. And then I was able to think for myself. And now I'm able to think for myself. And now I'm like, oh wow, I can see clearly. I can see clearly now when the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. There are none. And I plan on making content in my room starting very soon. I'm excited. I don't know when I'm going to start. I've been setting up my camera to make videos in my room, and then every single time I go to make a video in my brand new room, something happens and I'm just not able to. And I'm like taking that as a sign, like, okay, it's not time yet. I'm still in my studio. We got this. We got this. And I'm just really excited for you guys to be on this journey with me. You guys are seeing it from the beginning. Oh my gosh, I love my day ones. I love all of my new subscribers. I love all of my friends and family that are tuning in. What the fuck is good? Y'all get to see my true personality on the YouTube. You know what I mean? You guys get to see some of my friends and family got to see my personality in real life, but I didn't show that shit to everyone. Bitch, because I was like, I see you peeping. I see you hating. But nah, some of them know me, and then most of you don't. But you'll know me online, though. You'll see my YouTube. I love you. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna leave right here. This was just a little energy update. I don't know what to call this. It wasn't really a channeled message, but it was just a little something for my babies. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm just so excited. I want to keep this going. I've been purging a lot and then letting the energy move out of me. I've been doing spiritual showers and just lighting candles and incense and just really cleansing my field for what is coming into my reality. I feel like there is a whole lot on its way, and later on I'll be able to cut to a video of what actually takes place, but for now it's a mystery and I'm okay with that. It's just exciting. I'm so cool with the Fool card. I'm so cool with trusting the unknown. I'm so cool with what God has, with what you do. I can't even talk. I'm so cool with whatever the universe has in store for all of us, because it's only good. It's only better. That's it.